Hey guys, my name is Bianca Dippenaar and I'm just going to do a short presentation to discuss the project I've been doing the last couple of months. So, I've focused on finding ways to encourage a multimodal transport society. This is, however, becoming a more difficult task to do as people have become more and more dependent on their cars. So it was really important to focus on something different than what normally is focused on when it comes to transport projects. That is why I decided to focus on motorcycles. This is a very under-researched transport method, even though it comes the closest to cars in the terms of conveniency and time efficiency. So for this project, my objective was to find what incentives and changes can be incorporated to motorcycling and also ways to make motorcycling more attractive to use. So during the project, a variety of methods were used to guarantee a more accurate recommendation could be made at the end of the project. It was found that motorcycles have been known to be dangerous, and this was supported by looking at the statistics. However, it also showed that most crashes happened when people were either intoxicated, inexperienced, or going at excessive speeds. So, this means that this can be addressed in the future. From this survey that was conducted, there was a lot of interesting results that came from it that was used in order to make proper recommendations at the end of the project. So there was a question in the survey where people were asked if they would use motorcycles if it was free. And surprisingly, the result was actually 50-50. And when people were asked why they said yes, most of them said because it was cheaper than their current method and also just because they wanted to try it out. But when people asked why they said no, the most common answer was that it was too dangerous, which is expected. But there was also the option of choosing other, and then you could put your own reasoning behind it. And most people actually said no because they were either parents dropping off their kids, they didn't want to ride in the rain, they live rurally, and also they didn't want to carry bike gear. So when people were asked how motorcycling could be made safer, people actually gave really good responses, such as adding separate motorcycle lanes, having better education slash training for motorcycling, and also reducing speed. So that is when I came up with the design recommendation of actually implementing like buffer lines in the middle of two live lanes. So this can be seen in the image here, and it pretty much wouldn't change anything about the road layout, so it wouldn't cost much more to do. It's literally just painted lines that will be able to indicate to cars where to park, which makes it easier for bikes to actually filter through, which is also a lot safer. So for this project, the following recommendations were made. So it was to discount your registration when you do your training courses, because at the moment registrations are ridiculously expensive to cover those ACC costs. But it has been proven that those training courses reduces the risk of accidents by 80%, which means it will be feasible to actually discount registration after someone has completed those courses. Also to subsidize motorcycle gear, and also to for other transport methods to do a subscription service, which will make it easier for people to use them. So based off the findings in this dissertation, it is clear that the goal of achieving a multimodal society is still possible. The right solution just has to outweigh the advantages that a car has. And by implementing these recommendations, it can bring us a step closer to that goal. So, yeah, Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Bye, guys.